What's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to set up a simple email automation. Let's get it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're not using email marketing in 2020, then you're missing out on some serious gains for your own business. And one of my favorite things about email marketing is creating the email automations. It pretty much works while you sleep. So without wasting any more time, let's hop into the computer where I'm going to show you how to create a simple yet effective email automation. Let's do it. Alright guys, we are officially in the computer and right now we are looking at my favorite email marketing software. Now it's important for me to say this before we start. You don't need to be using ConvertKit, but this is my favorite for a reason and I did a video on it previously. And you also don't need to necessarily use Shopify. You could be using Squarespace, you could be using WordPress, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be using ConvertKit. And I'm going to be creating a landing page on my Shopify website where I will then collect some emails and then it will initiate the welcome series or the email automation. So that's what we're doing today. And if you want to learn why I use ConvertKit, go ahead and check out the video where I compare the email marketing softwares that I've used in my last 3 years, and you'll have an idea of why I am so bullish on this brand right here. So the first move is to create an account. Of course, if you're just getting started with email marketing, then you can go ahead and sign up for free. Once you've created an account, you should be able to see a dashboard just like this. So the first thing you do to start your email automation is actually create a landing page or a lead capture form. Now this can be found up on the top right. You can just go ahead and click on that. And here you can see I have one already made. So what this form looks like on the actual website that I have is exactly like this. So this is the Claire form. I created it and I embedded it into my Shopify website, which I will show you in a moment. This is one of the stores that I manage. It's actually my father's company. He sells vegan food. My goal right here is just to collect people's information so that I can start to build a relationship with them and kind of figure out what people like, what people want, and what really drives my customers to go and purchase. All right, let's say for example that you just started email marketing and you don't have anything built yet. The first step is to go ahead, go into the landing pages and forms section, go ahead and create a new form. And personally for this one, I love the form. And the reason I love the form is when you embed it into your website, it's nice and clean, just like the one that I embedded here. If you were to choose the landing page, you have all these beautiful templates here, but what I think is the best way to capture emails and leads is to put it right where people are spending the most time, which is in this case, the Shop Now section. So we're gonna go ahead and create the form, and here you have 4 different types of forms. So I'm gonna go ahead and click inline, and here you can start to see a bunch of different templates that you have. I'm a minimal person. Simple solutions are the best solutions for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and click Claire, which is the one that I have on my dad's website right now. Here we can start to see pretty much the blank slate. You know, you ask for your name, your email address. If you're wondering why I'm not collecting things like last name, phone number, it's because one, I don't want to create a lot of friction when someone is signing up for my newsletter. I want it to be quick and easy. Now, one thing that you can do to make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more appealing, is you can change this subscribe button to something a little bit more engaging. You can double click and then you can say something like join, or maybe you can say get my free webinar now. Something like that. So one other thing is I'm gonna go ahead and click on this envelope thing and click this thing called auto confirm new subscribers, because if you don't click it, what happens is someone will sign up for your email newsletter and then receive a second email asking them to confirm their email. And there's nothing wrong with that, but in my experience, a lot of people don't want to confirm their email. So there ends up being this massive drop off on who is on your list. I'm gonna go ahead and click save on the top right corner. So now that we've created our little form, we can go ahead and go to the top right where it says embed. And here you have all these different strips of code. In my case, I use Shopify, and I can go ahead and just go to the HTML section. Even if you're using Squarespace or WordPress, you should be able to create an area where you put a custom HTML tag. And you should be able to copy and paste this little paragraph of code in there and then start collecting some emails that way. Now, one thing to note is you can go ahead and put this form in different parts of your website. And what I mean by that is I'm going to go to this website, which is the other website that I manage. But here you can see, like, in every single product page that I have here, I've included it. So how can we do this, you ask? Let's go ahead and go into Shopify. I'm going to go to the collections page, which is under products and collections. Shop now is the spot. Now you can't just copy and paste it, remember, because we have this whole paragraph of HTML code. So the way we do that is we go ahead and click on these two little brackets that say show HTML. So I created a new collection so it's not so confusing. Go ahead and repeat that, show HTML. And then from here, you should be able to paste that code, which you got from ConvertKit, and then click on this again. Voila, you have your inline lead capture form. So that's how you do it. And I'm not gonna go into it too much. I'm not even gonna save that. So go back to ConvertKit real quick. I'm just gonna change the name here to product page form. All right. And we're gonna head over to the automations tab. Now here you can see I already have one, but I'm gonna go ahead and create a new automation from scratch so you know what I'm talking about. You can browse a template. There's a bunch of good ones, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and create an automation. I know my goal is for people to sign up to this form right here, and then once they click the subscribe button, it lets my email automation to start releasing some emails. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and click joins a form and then choose the form that I want. Product page form, this is the form that I just created from scratch, which is this one right here. This is the form. Make sure that the name matches the form that you are choosing. Go ahead and click add event. So once we get to this step, we can go ahead and click on the plus button, and then I like to add the subscriber to a tag. Now, this is one of the unique features about ConvertKit because this tag pretty much allows you to bucket your customers and kind of separate them into different interest categories based on what they like about your store. This is especially effective on stores that have a lot of different products and you're trying to figure out which customers flock to which different products. So I'm going to go ahead, click on the action square, and then click add or remove tag. I actually want to create a new tag because for everyone who fills out this form, I want to make sure to separate them into their own little category. The way you can do that is go ahead and go to subscribers right here. On the right side, you can see that there's an option to create a tag. So I pressed create a tag and I'm just going to go ahead and type newsletter opt-in. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. We're going to click the plus button here, click add or remove tag, and then we can choose the tag that we created called newsletter opt-in and then add this action. Go ahead and click the plus button, and now we can do action again, but this time we're going to choose an email sequence. So just like we had to create a new tag for our newsletter opt-in, we want to create a new sequence so we know what kind of content this subscriber has seen of ours, so I don't show them the same content. So the first thing we do is go back to the automations. Here you can see that there's another tab called sequences, so go ahead and click on that. We can create a new sequence, and we just need to give this a name. Maybe it's called new subscribers. Go ahead and create the sequence, and bam. This is where you actually write and design the email chain, the welcome series that a customer is going to receive once they opt into your newsletter. Before we actually customize this, we want to connect it to our automation. So again, let's go back to this automations area, click the action here, and then this time click email sequence. Go ahead and click on the email sequence that you just created, which is called new subscribers right here. Go ahead and add that action. And this is it, guys. Just to kind of summarize what we just created, every time someone fills out their information on this email form, which we created, it's gonna bucket them into this newsletter opt-in. And then from here, we're going to trigger a new subscribers sequence, where if you're a new subscriber, you can start to automate a sequence of emails where you can then start to sell your product, get to know your subscribers, and all that kind of stuff. The last step from here, guys, is the most time consuming part, where you really want to spend a lot of time crafting a good email. You just go ahead and click on the new subscribers box, and then here you can start to create your emails. This is our first email, and you can type in and say, "Welcome to the fam." Right? This is the first email they get when they sign up for your email newsletter, and they can get it one day after they sign up. Or you can go ahead and change this by clicking the pencil button. You can say that you want the customer to receive this message 1 hour after they sign up for your newsletter. So here you can even choose which days you want them to send it, because sometimes people don't check their emails as often on the weekends. So let's say I wanted to check off Saturday and Sunday. If this person did sign up for the email newsletter on a Saturday, they wouldn't receive that email, or they wouldn't receive this welcome to the fam email until the following Monday. Now this is awesome, but this is just one email, and we're here to create a welcome series. So we want to go ahead and click add email. Maybe we even include a few different emails, and this is where you can start to build that relationship and completely automate it. Here you can start to see that the default is 1 day after. The way that they're going to receive this is that they sign up, 1 hour later, they receive this email right here. A day later, they receive this email. A day later from that, this one, and then so on and so forth. But because you don't want to bombard them, I personally don't like to send them an email every single day. That seems like a little bit excessive. And I know personally, when I receive an email every single day from the same person trying to get to know me too quickly, I tend to just unsubscribe really quickly. Yeah, I like to hit them with an email 1 hour after they sign up so they don't forget me immediately. And yeah, I might hit them with another one the day after, just, maybe thanking them or introducing them to a product. But after that, I like to kind of give them some space. On my third email, sometimes I'll just say, you know what? I want them to receive the third email 2 days later. In my opinion, the best way to think about this automation series is to think about how you make friends in real life. You don't just go up to someone random and just say, "Hey, can you buy my product? Can you buy my shoes? Can you buy my vegan food?" They need to kind of warm up to you as a person first. Maybe these first 2 emails are spent trying to find some common ground and either morals or values where you can stand on and then start to agree with that person. For example, my dad's vegan food business, I know that the people who are joining this newsletter and are on this website are probably vegan, or they're probably health conscious and they are looking for a meat alternative. So I can use that information and create a compelling email where I pretty much say, "Hey, do you also look for meat-like substances?" All I can tell you is don't sell too early, and take your time to make sure that these first 3 or 4 emails lets the subscriber know that they're in the right place. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys learned a thing or two, and let me know how it goes for you when you're creating your own email automations in the comments below. Lastly, if you like this stuff and you want me to talk about more stuff like this, please hit that subscribe button, or you can hit that like button, and it's just good for my videos and my channel. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.